On this week's weekly video fishing forecast, we have more great tuna reports. Fisherman's Jenni Ackerman has another open boat segment. I'll go around the map with this week's notable catches and our correspondents check in from around the island, all here at thefisherman.com.
The fishing news is sponsored by these fine partners.
Today is Thursday the 27th, and we start off this week's broadcast with a preview of the August glossy edition of the Fisherman magazine. Yeah, it's already August, and for all you metropolitan anglers, Angelo Peluso has a great read on fishing the New York City limits. Marine biologist Chris Paparo shows off some of his amazing underwater photography and knowledge of fluke. For you yackers out there, check out Justin Osher's article on targeting late summer speedsters from your kayak. He was a winner of the Kayak Clash as well. Another benefit to being a subscriber to the Fisherman magazine that you are automatically entered into the Dreamboat contest and your chance to win a center console from Steadier Craft powered by Yamaha. It's $30 and that gets you 12 glossy print issues and all digital issues sent to your inbox. One of the best deals going out there, in my opinion. Now let's get to the Dreamboat Challenge update with Tim C. Smith.
We could call this the week of the fluke, with three heavyweights hitting the board. Wading River, New York's Peter Shembri started the bidding with his 8th place 9.75 pounder. Phil Lopiccolo of Islip, New York landed himself in 2nd place for the category with this 11.46 pounder, and our new fluke leader is Jeffrey Harrison with this 12.13 pound Nantucket doormat. We also had an 8th place sea robin landed in by Mike Pearson of Islip, New York at 2.50 pounds. All these high fluke scores whittled Luke Citrelli's final score down to 16 points, and that 2.5 pound sea robin stole a point from Eddie Terrabil. The top three look like this. Luke Citrelli is sitting in 3rd place with 16 points. Eddie Terrabil is in 2nd with 20 points. And Bobby Cifarelli remains at the top with 25 points. The Dreamboat Fishing Challenge is the Fisherman subscriber-only multi-species fishing competition with a chance to win a new 21-foot Steadier Craft center console powered by Yamaha, along with many other great prizes. Visit thefisherman.com to subscribe and get all the details so you can be part of the action.
You know, there's more to fishing tournaments than the money and the fame, and this week, the Fisherman's Jenni Ackerman has other reasons to fish these tournaments.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome to this week's Open Boat. We are on location for the Point Pleasant Beach Elks Fluke Tournament, 28th annual. This has been going on for a long time, and this inlet is such a highlight place to come to every year. I remember being a little kid with my Barbie rod, catching some nice fluke here. We're reporting right now before the shotgun start kicks off the day for these fishermen to go out and wipe their feet on a nice doormat. And throughout this episode of Open Boat, I'm going to be
giving you guys words of encouragement to get you hooked on tournament fishing. Whether they're from the surf or from the boat, they're equally all a great time. And all these tournaments offer an excellent opportunity for anglers to connect with their community. Another benefit for these tournaments is, of course, you have to pay to get in, but that money does go back into the community because the host of the tournament can be the local VFW or a nonprofit organization. So it's always an excellent opportunity to give back to the community and to donate to charity. New anglers to tournament fishing have an opportunity to make new friends, connect with the community, and just have an awesome time out on the water, catching fish and keeping up with the leaderboard. So I encourage all of you, check out the Fisherman upcoming events and sign up for a tournament near you. Good luck.
Also, for an Acccess update, Smith Point Beach is now open to Mauritius Inlet for fishermen. And I recently attended a state parks meeting. I sit on a fishing advisory board for them. Here's some of the updates I got. So Gilgo could potentially be getting more sand at the entrance. There will be snow fencing installed at various West End trails going to West End at Jones Inlet. The primary trails will still remain open for fishermen. The Hither Hills beachfront is now open. The plovers are out of there, so there is access to that. The center of Napeague is open. Going west and going east is not, but the center is open. And last but certainly not least, the Montauk Lighthouse Revetment Project is finally open for fishing. Take caution when fishing. Definitely that area. The rocks are unforgiving, but it's a beautiful spot. If you guys have not seen it yet, you got to go check out the new Montauk Lighthouse. The rock, it's a beautiful spot to go to.
For more than 20 years, anglers everywhere have come to know one thing, that nothing says no to fish bites.
Recently, I was down in Florida for Acccess, and this week I show off the latest technology from hook manufacturer Mustad. For more information, click the link above or the link in the description below. Now let's get to the upcoming events. The Balloons for Shark competition is still going through the end of July, and so far over 1,000 balloons have been taken out of our waters. On August 5th, we have the Great Gun Mauritius Anglers Fluke Tournament. On the same day, Hempstead Lake State Park has a family fishing clinic. If you like seafood, don't miss the Long Island Maritime Museum Seafood Festival on August 19th and 20th. You know I'm going to be there. And on the last weekend of August, once again, the Long Island Sound is the arena for the greatest bluefish tournament with a grand prize of 25 grand. For more details on these events, visit thefisherman.com/events. Now let's go over to the map. We'll take a look at some of the recent reports and notable catches. I was on site for a 60-pound cobia. Yes, that's right, 60 pounds. They weighed in. It was by Dana Muno at J&J Sports in Patchogue. Fish was caught on a live bunker off the Long Beach area. If you're looking for big fluke, Montauk has been producing, and especially for those fishing on the ebb tide. This 10.8-pound monster was caught on a traditional spearing and fluke belly combo. Nothing wrong with going old school on that one. And if you missed last week's report, I got to bring it up again. George from Steigercraft, he set the bar even higher than that 10.8. He iced this 13-pounder from around the demo area last week. Absolutely beautiful fish for inside the bay. Tammy Bell checked in with me over the weekend, and she said that she finally got into them, yellowfins that is. She let me know she had good luck 6 miles northwest of the Cumbria. Some big stripers are still roaming in the sound, and this was proven by Michael with this 40-pounder he caught and released along the central North Shore from the surf to boot. Well done, Mike, showing us that some cows are still around to be caught during the dog days of summer. If you would like to potentially see your catch on this video next week, send your pictures to my email at mbroderick@thefisherman.com. Now let's get this weekend's weather forecast with News 12 meteorologist Rich Von Ohlen. Rich, give us some good news, man.
Hey, thanks, Matt. Let's check that weekend forecast and see what we got going on. You can always check your favorite apps, weather tools, weather sites, whatever you got as we get closer. This is a general heads up, general overview on the upcoming weekend. Water temps, Ocean Sound, a lot of 70s to near 80. It stays pretty warm with all the hot weather we've had. Another hot day on Saturday, but also kind of a windy day. It's not going to be quite as nice as what we had last weekend in the ocean. 2 to 4s, 4 to 8s, widespread throughout central and eastern Long Island. The worst will be Easter Fire Island out to Mauritius and Shinnecock with that hard southwest breeze. But the winds do shift. Sunday a front comes by, more of a north-northeast, a little bit lighter. So maybe things settling a little bit in the ocean, but more of a confused sea I see there. Futurecast, we got a shower storm passing on Saturday. Those winds, southwest 15 to 20, so a little chopped up there throughout the ocean, and sound to be a little bit better. North-northeast on Sunday as the front settles south, so it's going to calm down, but I think we've got that confused sea situation as the waves and winds shift direction. High tide Saturday, North Shore for the morning, South Shore early morning and late afternoon. Temps 80s to near 90 across the area, most of the area Saturday, the hotter day, and then a little cooler, more comfortable Sunday with that north wind shift. See our guru there, and Saturday, a lot of wind in here, south-southwest, west-southwest in the afternoon, 15 to 20, so it's going to chop things up. There's the front and the wind shift going into Sunday. It's more of a north-northeast, but that'll confuse the seas a little bit. It also gets kind of cooler, but I think more manageable if you want to get in the ocean on Sunday. We'll see how things shake out. So that's a forecast. Again, be safe as always. Catch them up. By the way, one quick note. This will be my last update as a News 12 meteorologist. Moving on Hope to see you soon again. Do some reports here for the Fisherman magazine. Have a great weekend. Back to you, Matt.
Now we're going to check in with Captain Timothy O'Rourke from Montauk. Tim.
Thank you, Matt. Well, greetings, everybody from Montauk. It's been a busy summer. Sorry I haven't been keeping up on the reports. The good news is the offshore bite's definitely heating up. Inshore, more fluke being caught. Sea bass is a tough pick because of the size, and there's still striped bass and bluefish around. But the big news is definitely offshore. Montauk Canyon Challenge, saw some nice fish. There's definitely consistent big eyes getting caught. Out on the Block Island Tuna Tournament, there's been a bunch of everything. I heard one day had 8 swordfish brought to the dock. There was two nice wahoos caught, over 100. And then there's been a bunch of really nice tuna, everything from big bluefin to big eyes to yellowfins. Mahi. So the good news is get yourself out on the edge, go out to the deep, cool off because it's super hot, and then enjoy that fishing. Guys, next week I'll try to do a little bit better, have some better pictures, but until then, good luck fishing.
From Sag Harbor, we have Will and Andy.
All right, thanks, Matt. Finally together here. So report this week out of Sag Harbor. Sea bass are still going strong. Porgies still going strong. Weak fish still hanging around too, luckily. So really all the inshore that's bait, artificials, kind of everything under the sun, guys. It's been really, really strong.
Yeah, guys, and with that, kind of more on the offshore front, we have good reports from tuna coming kind of south of Montauk, south of Block, so more kind of inshore, near shore. In addition, obviously, kind of the farther east you're going offshore to the canyons has been better. People getting everything from big eye, swords, wahoo, yellowfin, bluefin, you name it, guys. So we're kind of in full swing of summer here. Obviously, sometimes summer doldrums, but also that, hopefully some good weather and some good fishing, guys. So thanks, Matt. Back to you.
From Shinnecock, let's check in with Mike Dean.
Thanks, Matt. Hey, everyone. Well, summer doldrums still going on in between Shinnecock and Moriches. Fluke bite's pretty solid. In the bay, a little bit more out in the ocean because of these higher water temps. So pretty much, just to Ponquag Bridge and over by the East Cut, there's been some fish. When you get a little further west, that warm water is kind of like killing the bite, except when it's, strong incoming tide with some of that cooler ocean water. A couple of, setting up by any of the bridges really, across the island, but, like Ponquag Bridge, there are a couple of bass, if you're working right by the bridge with clam bellies and clam chum. Also a couple of bass in both Shinnecock and Moriches Inlet, but I've only heard of those catches being on guys drifting live spot or bunker that they've snagged out front and thrown the live well and brought them back in. Not too much really on those bunker pods in terms of blues or stripers. There are some sharks. I'm sure a number of people saw some of the videos of some giant bluefin tuna on some pods as well. Hopefully we get some cobia, now they're fairly thick out to the west of us. So tuna bite would seem to be a little bit off over the weekend. Some people had some great trips, and then a number of people struck out around Coimbra. It seems the further out you went, the better you did for guys who went all the way out to the Canyon or Atlantis or any of those. Sea bass bite going pretty well. Had a really nice time on the Hampton Lady happy hour trip on Sunday night with my son, some of his baseball teammates, and other buddies and the parents. Really great, just quick 2-hour trip to the reef. We had sea bass, porgies, ling. It had been a little fished out because so many people were out over the weekend with such great weather, but still managed to get a few fillets to bring home for the grill. So that was a good time. Off the beach, not a whole lot going on, although it does seem in the early morning hours at first light, there seems to be some action, smaller sharks, a couple of bluefish here and there on the pods, but that seems to be about it. So we'll see. Soon enough, we'll have those crisp nights and mornings, and the bass will be chewing their heads off. So, okay, good luck this weekend. Catch them up. Let us know how you do. And back to you, Matt. Thanks.
I'm Captain Greg DeBrule of the party boat Blackhawk out of Niantic, Connecticut. You've seen us at the sports shows, you've seen us on TV, magazines, newspapers. Now you can come fish with us, okay? We're fast, we're clean, and we're comfortable. And besides that, we catch them. Ask around. Come visit us at blackhawksportfishing.com. We'll save a seat for you.
From Jones Beach Bait and Tackle and Captree Bait, Tackle and Fuel, we have Brendan Rutigliano.
Thanks, Matt. Today I'm representing one of my favorite North Shore shops, Cow Harbor. Stop by there if you need any custom rods. We don't do them at Captree or Jones Beach, so you can check them out if you're on the North Shore. Greg from Captree's Patty Ann Charters has been catching yellowfin, trolling by the Bacardi. We've also had some other reports of yellowfin a little bit closer on jigs as well, so get out there for tuna guys. That's it for the offshore report. Captain Jimmy from the Island Princess gave us a nice little report. Excellent action on fluke, prime time trips up to 9 pounds, guys. It's a big fluke around. Captree and Jones, same sort of thing. The pier's been awesome with fishing. Fluke up to 7 pounds at Jones and 4 pounds at Captree. You just got to get out there. There's a lot of fish out there. You got to pick through the small ones, which is, whatever, but have fun with it, Make sure you like and follow at Jones Beach Tackle. This weekend we're going to do a $50 giveaway. It's free. Just, like and follow and you'll see the post. All right, thanks again. See you then.
From the Fire Island area in Great South Bay, let's check in with Captain Al Lorenzetti.
Hey Matt, Fire Island report. Looks finally like we got a good ocean report, some good blue water fishing, and not that far off, anywhere from 8 miles west of the Coimbra to the Picardy, all along that 30-fathom curve. Nice yellowfin, 40 to 65 pounds mixed in there. So that would be a great way to go about it. Start either at the eastern end, 8 miles west of the Coimbra, and troll towards the Picardy, or the other way around. So weather looks pretty decent. I don't know about offshore. Sunday looks like it will be doable. And that's about it for offshore. Inshore fluke fishing is tough, but a couple of keepers every day. Bottom fishing is also picking up with some nice kingfish and starting to see some triggerfish as well. So looks good for the weekend, Matt. And that's it. We'll stay in touch. Talk to you next week.
With our fly and freshwater report, we have Paul McCain from River Bay Outfitters.
Hello, Matt. Well, I've decided to give it a few days out on my boat because I haven't been out much this year and I wanted to get out there. So yesterday I went out with my beautiful wife and my beautiful daughter. We had a fabulous time. Caught a lot of fluke, caught a lot of sea robins, and had one bluefish on. But it was, and all the fish are shorts, but it doesn't matter because we're not going to keep them anyway. As far as today goes, I'm out here again with my good friend Kenny. Kenny is high hook with a lot of fluke, a lot of sea robins. We had a fabulous time. It is we're middle of summer. We are going to have 90-degree days, so I don't really care as long as I have a good time out here and enjoy the scenery and everything. As far as freshwater goes, the Shinnecock came down in temperature, but I guaranteed it's going to go back up this week. So be careful, take your thermometers. When it gets close to 70, go somewhere else. Or do what Kenny does. And he's been out fishing for carp, and him and Adrian did a fabulous job the other day. There are so many opportunities here on Long Island. Call the shop and I'll let you in on where to go. So until next week, tie lines, everybody.
Let's check in with Chris Landry.
Thanks, Matt. Well, salute to Fishing the Atlantic for putting together an amazing event on Gypsy Charters, the High Rollers Tournament with almost $10,000 of prizes won by R.T. Richard, who took home $4,550 for the biggest fluke. All right. Ray Thomas won a charter for him and a guest on Rocksteady Charters. Tommy Fuego won $1,250 for the most keeper fluke. It was an incredible event. And now back to cobia season. I went out with Margarita, and he has been getting on the cobia. We got a 48-inch, 45-pound cobia that puts him in the lead for the king of cobia of New York right now. We went to Wits End and cooked it up at Jerk Cobia. It was fantastic. It is on the menu now at Wits End, so go check that out. What an incredible week. That's my time, so get out there, stay safe. Thank you, and back to you, Matt.
Remember to like our video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and tap on the bell to be notified instantly when we post a new video on YouTube. And be sure to check out this video's description on YouTube for all the related links and index for specific reports. Please support our correspondents as well by visiting their websites and their social media pages. Don't forget that this video is available as a podcast on iTunes and Google Podcasts. You just got to search for the Fisherman Magazine podcast and subscribe so you can listen to this broadcast and our other content. This weekend could be a little challenging due to the wind and waves, so be safe out there and find a place out of the wind. We hope you catch plenty of fish, and we will see you right here next week at thefisherman.com.